And welcome back now to the KFYR Plus News Desk. And the FBI is reporting now that last year, Americans lost a record $12.5 billion to hacks, scams, and various phishing schemes, stealing logins and passwords and such and other personal information. Now, Congress established Cybersecurity Awareness Month 20 years ago to empower consumers to recognize cyber threats and become safer and more secure while conducting online activities. So let's welcome in Blythe Figuerell, who has more than 2 decades of experience in consumer protection and fraud awareness. Join us now in the conversation. Welcome, Blythe. Thank you for taking some time today.
Thank you for having me, Jay.
You got it. Well, let's start now with who is the most vulnerable to these online schemes and attacks?
So scammers are very indiscriminate with who they're targeting. Anyone is vulnerable to these attacks, but there are some groups that are more susceptible to falling victim, and that would be our elderly community. And then at the other end of the spectrum, those that are a younger generation and who are living most of their lives in the online or digital world.
Yeah, I can understand that. Are there any new scams that are increasing in frequency? And if they are, how do we know they're a scam?
So scams are pretty pervasive, and what I'll add here is that a scammer is going to change their story. They're very adept at changing their disguise or the information that they're going to use. But there are some common characteristics that underline all of the scams. It comes in the form of unexpected contact. They're reaching out to you through text, phone, email, even social media. And they're always looking to exploit your trust. So they're posing as organizations that are well known. They're posing as law enforcement agencies, and they've even gone as far as to pretend to be a friend or a family member. But all of these activities also come with a sense of urgency. So they're going to really press you to make or act quickly. They want to make sure that they're offering you time-limited offers or really claim that there's an emergency that needs to be handled immediately. They're trying to cloud your judgment, get you to act quickly. And then
Blythe,
the community. Yes.
I'm sorry. Go. Yep. I'll let you finish, and I've got a follow-up question.
Yep. I think lastly, and a very important thing is that their emotional manipulation in their communication. So they're trying to play with your emotions, incite fear, fear of missing out, or even fear of some type of negative consequence.
With the unfortunate events that happened in the southeastern portion of the country over the last few days, that is prime, I suppose, for what these scammers are looking for to take advantage. They could probably pose as workers to help get you back on the feet with loans or, I guess, personal aid or anything like that, I'm guessing, correct?
Sadly, that is the truth, yes. And so that's why it's important to recognize the signs that would signal a scam. And really just one acronym that I like to use is STOP. Stay cautious in your communication. Take your time before committing or acting on anything. Make sure that you're only trusting sources that you can independently verify, and then also prioritize your personal information.
Blythe, what is the most critical cybersecurity concerns that we have for the next, let's say, year to 18 months?
Well, cybersecurity is always going to be changing in terms of how scammers are trying to get to you. So it's important that you take the action in order to really empower yourself to stay protected. Start with strong passcodes and enabling multi-factor authentication. Avoid public Wi-Fi for doing any banking transactions or any online shopping. And then always stay cognizant of who you're interacting with. Make sure that you recognize the signs of the red flags that are going to signal a scam, because the story will always change. So you have to use your judgment, take time, slow down, make sure that you're making informed decisions through trusted sources.
Sure. What are some of the most important security steps that people are taking now to help prevent them from becoming a victim of, let's say, fraud?
Yes. So the steps that they're taking are ones that we can reinforce here. Again, this is making sure that you have unique and strong passcodes for each of your accounts, making sure that you're enabling two-factor or multi-factor authentication, which is really like a second lock on the door to your account. First, you'll need your passcode. Then secondly, you'll have this separate code that will change every time that could be sent to your phone or your email in order for you to access your account. And then, of course, avoiding the public Wi-Fi and staying aware of the red flags that could signal a scam.
And Blythe, what are some of the steps that people should take if they feel that they've been victimized?
Yes, if a viewer feels that they've been compromised, the first thing that they should immediately do is contact your bank. The faster we know, the more we can do to help. And then if you know you have provided any of your login information, your passcode, your online credentials, it's also important to make sure that you're changing your password immediately to help protect your account.
Blythe Figueroa, good information. Thank you so much for your time today. I appreciate it.
Thank you so much for having me, Jay.
You betcha. All right, 4 now past the top of the hour. Let's take a break. We'll be right back with a look at your local news headlines next, right here on KFYR Plus.